Nunchucks are legal? I don't want none. I don't want none.
J-Bones, Lucha.
Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here. Lucha time. Lucha Underground Season 2, Episode 20. This season is quickly, and I mean quickly, winding down. This episode is called The Contenders, and this episode certainly had plenty of them. It starts out with Dario Cueto in his office talking to Black Lotus, and she's saying that Dragon Azteca Jr. knows where the monster is kept and that he's going after him. And it seems like she's starting to question whether Dario's intentions with her are legit or not. And, I got a feeling we're going to see a change in her by the end of the season. But he also informs her in this segment that Ultima Lucha 2 is coming, and that she will be facing Dragon Azteca Jr., and that when she defeats him, she can take his mask and take it back to the Black Lotus tribe. So, that is certainly getting interesting. We'll have to see where this goes, if she really does take him on, or if they end up joining forces against Dario Cueto. Dario Cueto's got enough stuff on his table with Councilman, what's his name, Delgado, coming after him or whatever, and then Captain Vasquez. Hey, I remembered it. I'm trying to keep all these outside names intact up here. It's not always easy. I need like a bullet point list of all these other outside characters' names. That's what happens when you get older. And poor Melissa Santos, holy cow, she had quite the rough time this episode, between Marty the Moth just getting more and more creepy, to Jack Evans taking the mic away from her and, doing his own obnoxious intro of being the Dragon Slayer. Great episode, though. Marty the Moth continuing his feud, bringing the dog tags to the ring, and, Killshot coming after him. And this match didn't even really get off the ground. It was something else that we don't really see much. Every once in a while we get these matches that end oddly, that we don't normally see endings for. We had a double count out in this one, and the fans were not too happy about that, this feud will definitely continue, because Marty the Moth ended up taking off with his dog tags again. So I'll put money on it. I'll say these two face each other in Ultima Lucha 2 as another match. Absolutely no doubts about that at all. Then we get Mr. Cisco in the orange jumpsuit. Little piece of that Season 2 trailer that I think we've exhausted almost all the segments for. Not quite, though. I'm still waiting for that segment where we see all the pentagons. I still think that's coming. I can't wait to see what that's about. That's certainly going to come up soon, whatever that's about. But yeah, so Cisco's in the orange jumpsuit. He's busted, and it sounds like he's going to make a deal with Captain Vasquez, Officer Castro, and Officer Joey Ryan. And, cool segment though, and besides the murders, and now they mentioned drug trafficking. That's pretty harsh for this storyline. The fact that Dario Cueto would be caught pushing drugs. It's, wow, and that's certainly something that we have not seen. We've seen, money exchange hands. We've seen the death of Bale. And those are the first two off the top that I could think of, off the top of my head. I can't think of many others. But, so they want him to wear a wire, go back into the temple, and bust Cueto. I don't think this is going to end well for Mr. Cisco, though. I got a bad feeling he's not going to make it to the end of the season. We'll see, though. Cool segment, though. Jack Evans and PJ Black versus Aerostar and Drago in a nunchuck match. Oh my god. This was just action nonstop. Some goofy spots, them trying to get to the nunchucks, but once they had them, it just got brutal. Absolutely brutal. Aerostar and Drago end up coming off with a win with this one. Spot of the match, I'd say, was Aerostar diving off that, office corner onto PJ Black and Jack Evans. Just a lot of fun. Wow, and brutal the way they hit each other with the nunchucks. It was, and they looked like they knew how to use them too. Pretty cool. Then we get to the 6-on-6. Wow, this was just crazy match. The spots in this match. It was just a spot fest. But this was a lot of fun. Normally, I don't get too vested in, multi-person tag matches, but, had some interesting face-offs in the ring. Like, Evilise and Son of Havoc, who went from, like I said, dating to partners to now they're facing off in the ring against each other. That was something we haven't seen since, I can't remember when. They did that at the start of the season because, they were stirring pots, like I said. Really interesting team lineups here. Mixed with, heels and faces. So I'll just quick run down the list quick. We had Puma, Mac, Tejano, Sexy Star, Son of Havoc, and Rey Mysterio for first team. Second team that came out was Phoenix, Evilise, King Cuerno, Taya, Mundo, and Guerrero. Two top-notch teams. Right off the bat, it's like, I wouldn't be able to pick one. It would be impossible for me to. And then it gets interesting pretty quick. Pentagon Jr. comes out and thanks Guerrero and then turns on him immediately, attacks him, and breaks his arm and takes him out of the match. Well, then Cueto comes out and he's like, well, then we'll just, he just puts Pentagon Jr. in the match. Ring the bell! I love Cueto. He's great. And that was one of the first times in a long time that the crowd, the public, actually saw Black Lotus. We've seen her in the segments, but she hasn't been out in the temple. So, Matt Stryker made notice of that one. Kitty's going nuts. They know I'm doing a video about Prince Puma. Goofy. So, yeah. Pentagon Jr. gets put in the match, gets put on the team of Mundo, Taya, Cuerno, Evilise, and Phoenix. and they end up coming out on top. Like I said, the spots in this match were just sick. I can't even touch them. There were so many of them. But the finish was incredible. Mundo ends up with giving Puma a standing Spanish fly and pins him. That was pretty impressive. You don't see that much. And then the purpose of this 6-on-6 was to find out who the 6 were in next week's big match, the 6 to Survive, where the winner faces Matanza at Ultima Lucha. So this is all in all looking for a new number 1 contender, and it's an interesting way to whittle them out. The end of the episode, then Katrina wakes up Mil Muertes. He headbutts the glass and his eyes are glowing red. It's a cool little segment at the end there. So we're going to see Mil Muertes come back soon. It'll be interesting to see who he gets paired with. I'm guessing it's going to be King Cuerno. He'll want revenge on him. Which means he's not going to probably not end up winning the 6 to Survive match. In fact, he may jump in that match and take out Cuerno. I wouldn't be surprised at that at all. So that's it for this one. Incredible episode. Just a shit ton of action. Man, what? What are we going to see to wrap up this season? We're going to start seeing all the matches lined up for Ultima Lucha 2. It's going to be, the end of the season is just going to be nuts. I can't wait. I hope they do another 2-hour special. That'd be really cool. So, put in thoughts below. Let me know what you thought of this episode. I'm still waiting for the episode where it's like, this was okay. Not too much to talk about. No, they're knocking out incredible episodes nonstop. So, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.